Well, we're into our first phase, that is a stance. There's two different ways of standing. You either have a sugar foot or a square stance. Sugar foot is more likely for you to attack. A square stance is when you want to defend. The problem with people when they're wrestling or when they're doing jiu-jitsu is they do not keep the base. If I don't want someone to take me down, I'm just going to have a good base. How do I do that? My shoulder is going to be parallel to my knee. My head's going to be up. My elbows are always in. My back is straight. And the movements that I'm doing is right here with my hips. So that's where all my power is going to come from my hips. So an easy way to develop your stance is, I call it the David Boyer way. I met him in Vegas. He did this for about 2-3 months, just right here. 1, 2. You're developing these muscles, your quads, that you need to explode, to defend, etc. A good way to develop is what I call the David Boyer way. He's a guy I met in Las Vegas, and he wanted to learn how to wrestle. And I'm like, well, you got to learn a stance. And he would do this 150 times, just to develop these muscles with good technique. My head is up, my knee and my shoulder are at the same level when I'm coming down. Then when you start developing that better, it's right here. I'm always keeping my elbows in. I'm always keeping my head up. I'm always keeping a good base. I'm always in equilibrium, you know. I have a good base. The person cannot budge me. A good way to develop your stance is for the guy, letting the guy grab your head and move you around. Agarra-me a cabeça. Okay, what am I doing exactly? Okay, one thing I'm doing is I'm keeping him away from my head. I never want him to grab my head. He grabs my head, pulls it down. Now, that's a different game. I'm gonna lose there. Let's say I'm right here. Always keeping on my stance. This is a good game to play with a partner. Buckle shooter.